Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Easy K Show. I am Darth Easy.
And I'm Rainy Cage.
This is episode 146 of the Easy K Show. Rainy Cage, how's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going good.
All right, so this week we are talking, or I guess last week, because this was actually supposed to come out last week, but life happens and we just didn't be able to figure it out. But now that I'm on normal hours, we could probably do this show whenever we really want. There's not much of a time crunch as there was as the past few years. So that will help out with scheduling episodes and doing all kinds of other stuff for the show. So, but this week we are talking about September, the movies that come out this month. Of the month of September is our annual episode. We'll talk about what's coming out. What should you go see it? Should you not go see it? And some things in between. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of the Easy K Show.
September is usually the kind of the dumping ground.
It's kind of the it's kind of like a January.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a well, it could sometimes you can find some movies in September and go like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. And then sometimes you're like, ugh. But usually sometimes that last week of September could be pretty good. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so the first movie to talk about is a movie called let's see if I read this right. Worth. Is that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. I guess I watched it tonight.
That's that Netflix movie, right? With Michael Keaton. Is that the one I'm thinking about?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. It's like, I guess it's based on the true story of after September 11th.
Yeah.
They hire a guy, an accountant who's played by Michael Keaton, to figure out everyone's worth, like, because they're going to set up this fund and give everybody, like the survivors and the family members and stuff on 9/11. And so it looked pretty good. I haven't really heard nothing about it.
It's got a good review. It's got good reviews on Netflix. I think right now it was at the 70s level, so it's that's not bad for. And plus, you got Michael Keaton in there. I think Stanley Tucci's in there as well. So this could be a film worth checking out.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
That was completely accidental, or was it?
I may have to watch this tonight. I was looking for some new movie to watch tonight. So.
All right. The other movie that came out this past weekend was Cinderella. Movie that came out on Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I'll see this. It's good. Well, guess what? I don't have to see it because the reviews were awful for this movie. And every time I saw the little teaser on TV, I was just like, I'm good. I don't think I need to see this movie.
Yeah.
I was a sucker for Cinderella because we seen like 50 or versions of Cinderella from made for TV movies, and this looks like one that probably should have been left on TV.
Yeah, I think this was one of those ones where the studio sold it to Amazon, probably
Mm-hmm.
looked at that and was like, here you go. I remember seeing the trailer and being like, this does not look good. So I had forgotten about it. And I guess I'll keep it that way.
Yeah, keep it that way. The other movie that came out this weekend is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I've seen this movie. I believe you have as well. Without to do what?
I said, would you recommend people go see it?
Yes, I would, because it's Marvel. It's a fun movie. It's got a great cast in there. The action's really cool. It kind of opens up Marvel in a new direction, kind of like what Guardians of the Galaxy did, or Thor did, or even Doctor Strange. So I highly recommend checking out Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I need to rewatch it because my movie theater experience was ruined by a jackass that was sitting right next to me. So it's one of those movies I'll probably rewatch when it comes out on Disney Plus. But I do recommend checking it out. It was a fun movie.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed it. I think this was one of those things where I think other people's opinions maybe got me a little overhyped on it because I went in with such high expectations, and it is good. It's like you said, it's different. It's a different for a Marvel movie, and it does open up certain things. But then at the same time, it's kind of very much like a lot of the other Marvel movies, especially the origin story Marvel movies. It's kind of goes by the same beats. Like I kept seeing things happen before they happened, so I was like, I don't know. I liked it. I did really like it. It was definitely better than Black Widow.
Oh yeah, way better, Black Widow.
Uh,
And the choreography was, and the action choreography was
fight
incredible in
scenes
the
were
movie.
incredible.
And I like the villain in the movie too.
Yeah,
You get where he's coming from, and had really good motivations. And then the surprise cameo in the movie was hilarious. Like I was like, no, they're not. Oh, that's pretty good. I'll give it to him. Good job.
yeah. I enjoyed it. I'll be buying it now. It's the collection again. It sucks you had a crappy theater experience.
Yeah,
We
just
were packed seat to seat.
well, mine wasn't really packed, but I got my seat beforehand, and somebody decided to sit right next to me. Two groups of people did. And it's bad. I was sitting next to a little kid, and then this one guy who had to make a damn comment after every damn statement. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up. In my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, it was pissing me off, and I almost got up and moved and find another seat because there was plenty of seats available. But I was like, this bullshit, because I picked this seat first, and there was open seats available. They didn't have to
sit right next
didn't have to sit right next to me, so that bugged me. So that's what ruined a lot of the movie for me. So I couldn't just sit back and enjoy the film like I would have wanted to. So, and it had some. I like the post credit scenes. I thought the post credit scenes were pretty good.
They were good.
All right, let's move on to the actual next weekend. Now that we're out of the past and we already talked about Shang-Chi. First coming out is the Kingpins on the 10th. I really don't know much about this movie. I'll let you lead the ball on this one.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. At first, I thought it was going to be like a comedy, but it's really more kind of like a kind of almost filmed like this is a crazy story, but like happened in real life kind of thing. It's just about some moms. I don't even know if they're moms, just some ladies who get really into couponing, and then they start kind of being a little fraudulent. And I forget who's chasing them down. It's some big actor is like chasing them down. He's the FBI agent. It's Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Oh,
and
sure.
Joe McHale's in it. Yeah, it's got a pretty cool cast in it. Actually the trailer got it's Paul Walter Hauser is in it too.
I like him.
Yeah, and it looked like it was like a crazy story that looked kind of interesting. This movie does come out in a couple weeks if we don't go see it in theaters. I saw that it comes out at the end of the month on Paramount Plus. Kingpins does on September 30th. So, FYI.
Okay.
It didn't look half bad.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's good, I'll see it. If it's not, I won't. I mean, that's just kind of the thing, because I have a feeling from just the things from I'm seeing, from my point of view, and especially on a comedy point of view, I probably won't go see it just because it doesn't look that great to me. But I might be wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of Kristen Bell personally. I mean, she's hit or miss, mostly miss for me. So we'll see where it goes from there. Okay, the other movie coming out this weekend is the James Wan horror movie, Malignant.
Yeah.
Malignant. Okay. So Malignant, I really don't know really much other than the little trailer I saw in the movie theaters this past weekend. Horror, James Wan. We'll see if it's good or not. And that's kind of it looks like a demon has been haunting this girl her entire life, and he'll go on like a murder spree in town or something. And I mean, I'm interested. I like James Wan. I mean, I like The Conjuring for what it is. And I'm not the biggest horror guy, so it's hard for me to sell me on a horror movie. But I mean, horror's a genre though that what the hell is that noise?
I don't know.
I think it's from your end point of view. So
I don't hear anything.
Oh well, all right.
I'll turn you down a little bit. Maybe.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, Malignant. I mean, it looks interesting. It's got a pretty much a unknown cast. I really don't recognize pretty much anybody in the movie, So we'll see if it's good. It could be bad, but like I said, horror movies over the years have kind of surprised me, from like Halloween to like It to even Candyman that just came out. Have movies that are actually kind of surprising me and being like, you know what, I kind of enjoyed that. So maybe I am becoming a horror fan, and I'm more likely. It feels lately anymore. I'm more likely to go see a horror movie than I am a comedy in theaters. So I might see this, but this is also coming out on HBO. So I'll probably just check it out on HBO this weekend if it's good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is if this gets good reviews, I'll probably end up just watching this at home. Um, but yeah, it's. I mean, it looks all right. It looks like the demon's like showing her the murders or something somehow, and she's like seeing them before they happen type thing. So that's something a little different, but also something we've seen before. So it might be kind of good. I don't know. James Wan though, his name alone brings in the crowds, so maybe it'll be good.
All right. So apparently there's one more movie that I didn't know about. It was coming out next weekend. I've seen a trailer for it. Could be good, could be terrible. We'll find out. The Card Counter.
The card counter, huh?
It's got Oscar Isaac in it, and it's basically the premise of it is a card counter tells the story of an ex-military interrogator turned gambler haunted by the ghosts of his past decision. It's got Oscar Isaac, Tiffany Haddish, Ty Sheridan, and William Defoe in it.
I think I saw the trailer for this at some point in time. I think it was when I went to go see like some indie movie or something because this is like coming out in limited release or something.
Yeah, it's coming out limited, so it may come out, may not. But I didn't even realize it was coming out this week, this upcoming weekend. So it could be good. Might want to see that eventually. So I think Scorsese's producing the movies. So no, actually he's not. Never mind. I saw his name. I saw his name somewhere involved with it. I think on like a teaser or something. I was like, what the hell? Scorsese, really? Okay, sure. Why not?
Well, there are a couple other movies coming out this week, like on streaming that halfway interested me. Kate was the one that I marked because it's got Mary Elizabeth Winstead in it, and it's kind of like a John Wick type thing, and Woody Harrelson is kind of like her
Mm-hmm.
mentor or something. That looked pretty good. That's if it gets decent reviews. Like I was planning on seeing that Jason Momoa Netflix movie, and then it got bombed on Rotten Tomatoes, so I didn't go see it.
Yeah.
And then there's just one coming out on Amazon called The Voyeurs, which I saw the trailer for the other day in theaters, which has got I don't know what this blonde girl's name is, but she's like her and her boyfriend are see across. They look kind of like that one window movie that you made me watch that one time. Like they're in their apartment or whatever, and they look
Oh, you're talking about
across.
Rear Window.
Yeah, Rear
Yeah,
Window.
yeah. I saw a trailer this weekend, and I think it was playing on YouTube or something. I was like, sure. It's got the annoying kid from Jurassic World, and also Pokemon Detective Pikachu. So
Yeah. Yeah, but it didn't look half bad. I mean, that's coming out on Amazon Prime this weekend. So
yeah, so we'll see. I mean, that's just one of those other things where if the reviews are good, I'll go see it. If the reviews are not good, then I won't go see it. So it's just simple as that.
all right.
All right, move on to the next weekend. Let's see. Really, the only movie coming out this upcoming weekend that I wrote down was the new Clint Eastwood movie, Cry Macho, which I really don't know what it's about, but it's Clint Eastwood in another acting performance movie. And so it could be good, could be terrible. It's probably going to be terrible. I just have that feeling about it. It looks like the cast is mostly people that have never acted before, so I'm a little iffy on that. I mean, it worked well for him with Gran Torino, but that was when Eastwood was in his prime directing. Right now, he's just like, I don't really care. Just film whatever you want. and
Yeah, he's
so
getting old and yeah, I got the same feeling about this movie. I think it might be a bomb. It's basically like his friend or something's kid gets stuck in Mexico or something, and he goes across the border trying to rescue him or something. And I don't know. It didn't look that great to me. But who knows? You never know with Clint Eastwood. It might be a masterpiece.
yeah,
But
it's true.
the movie that you just skipped over was Cop Shop. This is Gerard Butler's new movie.
Yeah,
Grillo's
no.
in it.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
with
I
Jake
know it.
Carnahan.
I had no interest in seeing this movie. It looks
Oh, this is
awful.
badass.
It looks awful.
It looks pretty cool. I watched the trailer. I was like, hell yeah. This would be one I'd go see in theaters as long as it doesn't get horrible. Joe Carnahan's directed it. You know,
Okay.
you know, he's the guy who directed the first thing that's coming to mind.
You were like, oh man, he directed that thing. I'm like, and what did
he directed a lot of cool movies. The A-Team, The Gray, Smoking Aces.
This will be a movie I probably will not see ever. I might see it might show up on TNT or FX one day, and I'll be like, if it's good, I'll watch it. I mean, I'm so iffy on Gerard Butler movies. It's just he's just he's like Keanu Reeves for me at times. He's a bad actor. I mean, he's a likable bad actor, maybe. I don't know if he's likable really, because Keanu Reeves is very likable, but I don't know. I just don't care. I think I saw the poster of this, and I haven't even watched a trailer of it. I just said, no, I'm good. I want to know who else is in this movie. You said Frank Grillo. I like Frank Grillo, but really he really hasn't done much other than like Warrior and the Captain America movies. So in The Purge, I mean, it's gonna be a dumb action movie, and I know that's your thing. It's not my thing. So
yeah, this looked more interesting to me than like Cry Macho did.
I would rather see Cry Macho because at least then I get to watch Clint Eastwood on screen. Okay, moving on to the final weekend, the 24th. We have that one movie that you told me about before, The Starling. I don't know anything about it, so the ball is in your court.
Yeah, it's Melissa McCarthy, and I forget the actor's name. They have a kid, or she's pregnant. They lose their kid, Chris O'Dowd. And her husband gets real depressed about it and gets checked into like a mental home or something, and she's trying to move on, and then she tries to find a therapist, and she ends up finding this one who quit being a therapist to be a vet, and like it looked like a nice little feel good movie, or it was Melissa McCarthy being super serious. Like it didn't look like there was a whole lot of humor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which sometimes has turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Melissa McCarthy. I mean, as much as I have had my faults with her, one movie that was playing on TV the other night, Spy. Love Spy. I think it's a very funny movie, but she's also very good dramatically in it. Bridesmaids, for instance. I mean, she's great in that film. And then she has moments for me where she could do other things, but most of the time she does the same little Melissa McCarthyisms, which I don't really care for. I like it when people can get out of their comfort zone and do different things. Well, I've been so hard on Chris Pratt over the last few years because I know he can do more. It's just he keeps doing the same a bit. I mean, whether it pays checks, sure, go ahead. But I want to see something more than just the comedic Melissa McCarthy-ness. So maybe this will be something I like. Maybe it's something that will just stay in my Netflix watch list for years to come and never watch it. So which one do I believe is going to happen? Probably the second one. So we'll see. If it's good, I'll see it. I'll see anything if it's good. But right now, I'm just kind of iffy on it. All right, the movie. Now that I've seen Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the one movie I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this month is Dear Evan Hansen.
Me too.
So I mean, so I know I don't think you got to this part in Big Brother yet, but one of the Power of Veto competitions, whoever wins the competition was allowed to pick people to go watch the movie Dear Evan Hansen. So the only reaction I have of the movie is from people crying at the end of the movie, which is what I'm pretty much figuring. So hopefully the people that won that competition were just not like, man, it's just good to see anything funny on screen or see anything on TV that's other than the Big Brother game. So hopefully the reaction is actually a legitimate feel good reaction. But I mean, it looks good. The trailer, I've liked the trailer every time I watched it. It's got great songwriters from the person who, from the people that did La La Land and The Greatest Showman. I may not love that movie, but the music's pretty good in the movie, and it's being directed by the guy who did Wonder and Perks of Being a Wallflower. So it's in good hands, directed wise. So I think this could be. I think this could be a surprisingly good movie. It could be bad, but this has been the year of musicals so far. I mean, with In the Heights out earlier this year, there's been some good animated musicals. Vivo was pretty good, so hopefully this can keep the train running as we move on to Dear Evan Hansen, and hopefully West Side Story is good at the end of the year. So, and also Tick Tick Boom with Lin-Manuel Miranda directing that. So I'm hoping this is good. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and it's got musical elements and coming of age stuff. So, and I love Perks of Being a Wallflower. I think that was just such a damn good coming of age film, and really hits you. It hits more of a real world level than like a movie like The Breakfast Club or 16 Candles. So I think this could be a good movie.
Me too. I mean, it's a touchy subject. We're talking about suicide in this movie, but I think it has the potential to be good too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. That's probably my most looking forward to now that we've seen Shang-Chi as well. Hopefully it's pretty good.
All right, guys, that ends another episode of the Easy K Show. Guys, check us out here every week on the Easy K Show. On a random day, we'll figure out whatever this comes out. We'll have another episode out probably later this week. We'll be talking about the first season of Star Wars: The Bad Batch. We'll be talking about the entire season, talk about our favorite moments, our least favorite moments, and what we're looking forward to the future of The Bad Batch and other stuff. So, guys, make sure you check us out here this week on the Dark Easy YouTube channel for that episode. Also, check out Rainy Cage at his Letterboxd, where you can read his, probably he has a review of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings on his Letterboxd right now. Do you? Oh, well, don't listen to me. He'll have it out eventually. And then also check out my main Darth Easy YouTube channel. I've been posting reviews. I'll have reviews of Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. You can watch me get murdered by Candyman in my review of Candyman. And then also I have a classic review of Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring coming out, which is a film we're going to be doing a classic movie review in a couple weeks on. And also I did a review of the first season of The Chair. Very good Netflix series. I recommend checking that out. So, guys, until next week or later this week, all too easy.